Hey, dear Tyler, good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're good. I hope you're fine. I hope your week has started really well. Um, I had a very, very eventful week. I traveled down to Bauchi after apparently like 3 years, and I went for administration, and it was absolutely, absolutely awesome. I got to meet new friends, and I also got to meet old family members. It was a very nice reunion, and the administration was really awesome. I could say that for me it was a self-discovery moment. If you get right, I got to figure out a real lot about myself, and so it was really good. It was nice. um, you know God just did his thing during the ministration, and a lot of lives were blessed, and yeah, I'm grateful for that. But then sadly, um, yesterday something tragic happened in Nigeria, and about, I think, based on the numbers that we have, over 50 worshippers in the Catholic Church in Ondo State, one of the states in Nigeria, they were killed during service, and some of the stories behind it is really, it's really heartbreaking just to think about it. I heard of one of the tragic stories is a girl came down, little girl came down to spend the holidays with her grandmother and grandfather, and she was killed. Small girl, I don't think she was up to like maybe 4 or 5. She was killed. I read another one that a couple got married on Saturday, and then they went to church for Thanksgiving Sunday, and then they were killed. At times like this, it's very, very heartbreaking. There are a lot of things that would want to question your faith in God, and you have to, in other words, you just have to put up a fight, to believe. Put up a fight to believe. And my heart just goes out to everyone that has lost someone in this season. It's been pretty tough for us here in Nigeria. I know the whole world is experiencing its own measure of challenges. The incessant shootings in America, people just trooping into elementary schools, shooting. It's really difficult, just to understand, to comprehend. But I think the comfort that I have and that I would share is that Jesus is our peace. Jesus is our peace. He said in scripture that in this world, right, that we would have many troubles. But, we should be at peace. Why? Because he has overcome the world. And so let's just learn to rest in God's peace. Let's just rest in God's peace. Is that okay? So, let's take out, this week and just, reach out to as many people that we can. Let's love on them. Let's encourage people. A lot of people are going through a lot of things. And, sometimes it's just that word of encouragement that will change things for them. Right? So I think we can do that. It would be absolutely, absolutely helpful to them. Right? I think it's really, really important, right? So today, we started our prayer series on Thursday, and today we're continuing it, right? And the theme is pen pals. Now, for those of us that were born probably early 2000s, late 2000s, that period, you won't understand the whole concept of pen pals. Because the internet is here and we've got WhatsApp, there was like this easy connectivity. In fact, I think the closest thing to pen pals is social media. Social media where so let me explain the concept of pen pals. So back then in school, late 90s, but anyway, I'm sure before then, but way back then in school, we used to go through like newspapers, right? And there was a newspaper section for pen pals. Now what you would do is that you would submit your name and then your address, like your school, your mailing address, right? And people can go to the newspaper you get and say, okay, I want to make friends. It was usually for like younger generation people, especially us in secondary school. And so you just find somebody maybe your age and maybe the gender that you want to reach out to and all. And then you get their details from there. And then you now start sending letters to each other. And so, like week in, week out, it used to be like really fun because every week there would be the school will come over with letters for people, and then they'll just come out and then they'll mention this person, Binga, you got a letter. And so you'll be like really excited. And some pen pals like used to be really cool. They could like drop little gifts inside. Like there was this pen pal of mine that we decided we used to have these fancy papers, right? They were really good, fancy papers. Tell the person about how their day was in school, or stuff that's been happening, your latest crush, do you understand? And then you send it, and then sometimes they would like spray little perfumes or put little flowers, if it's a lady sending it to a guy, and then the guy could just, put little stuff inside and send. And it used to be like really fun because the goal was to, keep in touch. And apparently you may never ever get to see the person. I'm not too sure that pictures were ever put. I can't remember. I don't think pictures were ever put. So you just have the details of the person. So you're literally communicating with somebody for months. That you've never met before. So, and that's how we used to do. It used to be really fun. You get like we could sit down and have discussions. Oh, my pen pal from so place, right? And you could do it like within your state or even outside the state. So you see people like buying stamps with their pocket money, everything. It was really, really, really nice. But then social media came, and there was this social media platform, High Five, where you could get into like different chat groups, and then from the chat groups you could meet people. And then from High Five, Facebook came in, and then there was the almighty 2Go. I think everything just changed when WhatsApp came in, and because WhatsApp started using your phone contacts, so it's probably people that you do know, and then over time people have become very, very, very particular about their privacy. So they're more skeptical about creating acquaintances or starting up conversations with people that they do not know. But back then, I think we're a little bit more, I don't know if carefree is the word, but we're a little bit more relaxed about it, So it was something that we could just do. I'd be like, yeah, come on now. These are cool people, just learn to know people. But I think one of the major things is that there was an effort that was made to communicate with the person, because there were times like you didn't know when next you get to hear from them, right? We didn't have instant messaging and all. So you would really, really try to be as personal and intimate with that person, right? Share stuff, you know. And it made friendships really, really strong. I think sometimes the ease of communication makes us trivialize the fact that people are around, that you can just pick up your phone and dial a number. It makes conversations most times very stale, and it makes it very hard to connect. You could just do a video call now or something. Over time, that over familiarity with the individual makes a lot of conversations just become drab and dry. Well, like for us back then, because of the excitement, you don't know when your next letter is going to come. I remember I kept a whole lot of pen pals. I think I had like 4 to 5 different pen pals, and we just, used to keep on talking. But I just think that there was a time that the whole thing just phased out. Like I said, when technology came and people started having chat rooms and chat groups and all of that. Now, the reason why I use this is, as the example, the whole pen pals example, is that once in a while, I think it's very important that we approach prayer from the perspective that we're talking with someone that can relate with us. It's very easy for us to become, I think for the lack of a better word, religious about our activities in prayer, that we forget that there is somebody at the other end of the line while praying that really, really wants to know how far. So I remember, this may not, go down very well with people's theology, but I hope that I'll be able to explain it well enough for you to see the point behind it. There was this time I came to pray, before God. And I came, and I started doing the whole rituals behind prayers, generally how we used to do prayers, in the name of Jesus, Father, this, the whole magnifying him, exalting him, and then trying to go through it. And right there on my tracks, the Spirit of God stopped me. I was like, Binga, how are you? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm good. And he was like, Binga, how are you? I said, Lord, I'm good. And he now asked me, Binga, how are you really? And I now broke down. I was like, Lord, I'm going through a whole lot of things. And the Spirit of God told me, he said, Binga, I care about those little details. I know that you want to press into the things of God. You want to become deeper. You want to intercede. You want to edify yourself and all. But I also want you to be able to be as vulnerable with me that you can tell me the things that are happening around you. Now, this is what he said to me. Maybe my theology needs to be corrected. I don't know. But he said that you express your faith to your situations, and then you express your truth to me. So he said, Binga, if you're sick or you're battling a health challenge, and I ask you, how are you, or what do you need? Don't come up to me and say, I am the healed of the Lord. Now, I'm asking you because I really want you to learn to let me into your issues and into your problems. To the problem, express faith. To me, be honest and let me know. It's not a lack of faith. The fact that you've met me and you've told me shows your acknowledgement of me and your dependence on me. And so, I think I could use this example. Jesus being in the Garden of Gethsemane, about to go through the whole passion and all. He said that, if this cup can pass over me, please do. You could see that before the Father, he was very honest. It was like, but nevertheless, your will, not mine, be done. But you could see that Jesus had, grown to the level that he could be very, very vulnerable before the Father. And I think that, that's very important. that we're able to do that. Really, if you had the whole concept, or if you've gone through the whole concept of pen pals, this would really, really resonate with you to a large extent. It's important that we are vulnerable before God. Oh Lord, my day was messed up. Lord, I really, really had issues with what you did. Yes, because I don't understand why you're putting me through this. And I really felt bad. I know I shouldn't feel bad because I should trust you. Oh, but Lord, my faith is really, really broken and I need all the help that I can get. You know, where you come over before the Lord and you speak these words, you know, you are as honest as you can be. I believe, you know, whenever I get to talk to people that are in relationships or people that are in marriage, one of the things that I've always found out about them is that when you become, your vulnerability is the key to your connection, right? Your openness, right, helps you to build trust with the other person. You know, so helps you to build trust with the other person. I think it's sad enough that when we come before people that can help, that we keep quiet and then we go over to others and then we seek help from them, if you understand. And I think that that's what we do a lot of times with the Father. When God reaches out to us and the Spirit reaches out to us, you know, we want to express all faith, and then later on we now try to find some human vessel to find succor from. And I think that that constitutes a problem. So we should be able, as believers, to be absolutely vulnerable, especially in prayer. There are times that my prayers are conversations, and you know, there are people that also bear witness to that same thing, that are like they, in other words, just, you know, have these normal back and forth conversations. They speak and then the Spirit of God ministers to them, and then they speak, the Spirit of God ministers to them, you know. And there's just something that helps build that bond between a believer that does that, you know. And then it's very important, let God into all the details of your life. Let Him know. Let Him know. Yes, He is omniscient, you know, He knows all things. He's the all-knowing God. But then He desires that relationship. And, you know, whenever you run to somebody for anything, you know, you want to share your day, it shows how much you value the person. And in more cases than not, such people cherish those moments, right? And that's how it should be with our Father, that we should be able to run before Him and be like, oh, Abba, this is what's happening. Oh, Abba, this is what I've done. This is what I'm going through. Or I've not really understood this. Okay, why did this person do this? You know, I really do believe that such prayer activities, you know, such prayer methods has a way of building real intimacy. Real intimacy, right? And so I just felt that I should, you know, let this out, you know, a dimension of prayer where you can have a conversation with God. It's not just about demands, but you're really looking to connect with Him. You're really looking to connect with Him. And I believe that, you know, the more we engage these dimensions of prayer, the more we'd be able to, you know, build up that relationship, build up the intimacy and the bond with the Father. We would even enjoy our prayer times more. So, yeah, that's the little part that I just had to share today, and I really hope that it helps. I hope you're also having those dear God moments, you know, hello God moments that we spoke about, right? Just every day, just make sure that you reach out to God in prayer, right? It's very important, very important, right? So, yeah, that's the little that I have to share, and I hope that it has blessed you, right? Get to the point that you and the Father would be like pen pals, right? And He would, just like in pen pals, where secrets are shared, he would also share his own secrets with you. Do you understand? He would tell you things that go on, and you'll get deeper insight into him, right? So try it out and see how far, right? So this is me signing out. And remember that I love you, Tyler. I believe in you, and I am always rooting for you. Bye.